Greetings and welcome to the Prime Directive. I'm your host Jefficho and I'm freaking cold as hell. How are you doing, Chris?
Also really cold. We picked the one, the like span of 2 days where it's going to be double negative digits, but that's all right.
Yeah. So let's review The Creator.
Yeah.
It's 2023. It came out that year.
Yeah.
It should be good, right?
I swear. Yeah. It'll be fine. It'll be
Yeah.
fine.
Nomad, this is Bravo, inbound. Roger that, being wet.
What's going on?
$80 million budget. Not the biggest. Usually they get $200 million for the stuff, but you know what? There was no special effect in this that I thought was bad.
Oh yeah, looked great. Looked gorgeous, actually.
I love the Halo weapon. Above orbital weapon.
Yes, I liked how it, it's a little targeting system, and I liked how when they were flying things along, it seemed like it was sort of scanning in front of them, like making sure that everything was clear, and they were flying in the planes like behind it at the start, and that was really neat.
Yeah.
They were incredibly inconsistent with where this thing is, and that was okay up until the very end, but you would see it in almost every shot, and it was just at wildly different elevations throughout the movie, and you never saw any like thrusters on. Like, how much fucking force would it take to take that thing from like low orbit up to space? And apparently we're just doing this constantly.
Yeah, and they're also like just going to cities and stuff with it. Like, we saw it like really close.
Yeah, really close. And at the end of the movie, when they're launching all these attacks, you see that stupid barcode scanner over like half the planet at the same time. And what? That was actually really bad.
I heard good things about this, but I was fairly disappointed.
This movie was mid, as the kids say.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that to say it was bad, but it was shockingly mediocre.
I saw Gemma Chan cry, which is more emotions than I saw her do in The Eternals.
There you go.
I'm a Gemma Chan fan, and I'm not sure why, but I am. Okay, I'm sure why. I'm just not going to say it. There were some good supporting actors in this. I've seen Denzel's son, Mr. Washington, in this do a good job before. I didn't care for him. He was walking a tough line in the fact that his character was a piece of shit half the time.
Yeah.
And we're supposed to root for him, but like
I don't know. It's like it's pretty clear that the Americans are the bad guys, and they're not shying away from this really. Like we're shooting a dog right at the start. Yeah. We're gonna do it. I'm like, okay, we're the bad guys.
Yeah.
Yep. There we go.
I like the dog that's just like the robot police threw the grenade in earlier and just like runs it out. Like,
I was so
you're playing
scared.
a game, right?
I was so scared.
Yeah.
The dog, I didn't like that.
Thankfully the grenade rolled down the hill, so the dog was fine.
The dog was fine, so that's good. But we are coming dangerously close.
Is shrapnel really gonna fuck up a robot cop?
Yeah, I don't know what fucks up the robots. It's unclear. Sometimes you can shoot them through the chest.
Just gonna say, sometimes you shoot them in a hole in the chest, it'll kill them, sometimes it won't. I guess this starts out with
a little flashback.
Our main character, and they're being attacked at his sweet house by the ocean.
Sick house.
Yeah.
Like, even putting aside the, hot wife and a kid, like, I'd go native for that house.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
That works.
Like, your assignment's been over for 6 years. I'm just like, but the view.
The view, man. Absolutely correct. And again,
it's warm there too.
Yeah, and God bless them, but they're doing the best they can with the writing here. It's just like, guys, you're blowing my secret cover that I'm using to betray my wife. She's right around the corner, and you're gonna blow my cup. Oh no!
Yeah, that was bad.
Undercover, you gotta call off the rain. Let's go, come on.
Also, apparently she's Nirmata, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's been making all the AI, I guess, as a side hustle. How do you be married to this woman and not notice she's spending her entire time doing this?
I don't know how many married people you hang around, Chris, but a lot of them don't pay attention to what their wives do.
You know what? Could be.
She
Maybe
went to
this
work.
guy-
What does she do? I don't know.
Maybe this guy just sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, questionable hair.
She designed a whole kid.
Blonde. Picks her up at a club, at a strip club, of no less. A robot strip club, no less.
Apparently,
Let me just add more details to this.
Yeah.
It's like, this is where I found the love of my life. I'm like, he's at a robot strip club. Every time I thought I found the love of my life at a robot strip club, it was not. She didn't
Speaking
care.
from experience, this is about as well as that could have turned out.
Yes.
I mean, she was beautiful.
See the giant halo weapon, attack it. Then we flash to normal time where he's just miserable. He does have like robot parts. He's missing his right arm
Yep.
and his leg.
And that was something that we never really explored, like, thematically, because he's part robot and he's fighting against the robots. You know, this is Will Smith's character from I, Robot. That was the big reveal where he's like, oh, he's partly the thing he hates, and this is never explored here. He just has a robot arm, and it's literally never plot relevant.
It's like there was a nuclear bomb on LA, and so now they hate all AI,
Yeah.
but they also still use AI.
Well, God, I'm not sure, because you're talking about the suicide bomb drum bot,
Yeah.
which was on one hand hilarious and on one hand deeply horrifying. It's funny because it's a big stupid robot and it's like, it was a pleasure to serve, and it's horrifying because this is seemingly an intelligent and self-aware thing that is unable to do anything but exist for 15 seconds and kill itself, and like the existential horror involved in that is kind of a lot. Also the cruelty, because there's absolutely no reason to have to be artificial intelligence for that. Boston Dynamics could just do that right now. We don't need this.
We can program a robot to run.
Yeah, so it's honestly unclear as to whether or not that was AI. I think I'm supposed to take it as being AI, otherwise why would you give it lines?
Yeah.
Command confirmed. Goodbye, ma'am. It's been a pleasure to serve you.
Launch! Launch!
Yeah, so anyways, he has to go on they're like, hey, your wife's still alive, here's a little grainy fucking video of it. Hey, do you
Which is
recognize
apparently total bullshit.
Yeah, well, they never addressed that
She's
shit.
been in a coma the entire
They
time.
never even addressed that.
No, and he goes back and he's at the facility and there's no. So you guys just straight up fucking lied to me about my wife, huh?
Yeah. Never brought up. But also, like, my problem was because they're projecting this over the pool and stuff, and it's like the grainiest, like.
Yeah. Do you recognize this location?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I can't even see if there's a tree there.
Yeah. No, I do not recognize this fucking 240p hollow projection over top of like the wavy water in my pool. No,
Yeah.
I do not.
My orders are to destroy that weapon and the facility, and whoever's there is going to be killed, but if you can remember enough to come with us, guide my team, I promise you, we will bring that woman back.
They send him on a mission.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is a guy that didn't want to work for you. He does trash, like, jobs or whatever. He's just cleaning up LA. And you're sending him on an important mission. And then, like, later they're like, oh, that traitor. I'm like, what was he in this for? You sold him on his wife that he could lead you in there and get his wife. That was his only motivation. And so, like, when he doesn't go with your rules, like, you're like, oh, he was never with you.
Yeah, he was there to go look for his wife.
Yeah.
And they're just like, oh, he's still looking for his wife.
We have to kill that traitor. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Honestly, the whole security system inside of everything in this movie was extremely wanting. Inside of the AI base, it was very bad, and inside of Nomad at the end, it was also awful.
that has all these weapons, and then it's just like, we recognize your face. Then you cut off a human being.
Yeah. Yeah, like they burst into like the control room shooting, and nobody in the control room is capable of triggering red alert or anything. Like they had time.
I'm just like, where's the empathy of our main character with the exclusion of the kid? Because they run in, they shoot all the scientists. Well, guess what? Your wife was a scientist.
Yeah.
How do you know she's not one of the ones they just gunned down?
Yeah.
No, she'll be in the final room. This is a video game.
Yeah, she's the final boss.
Yeah. I like the guy that's just like, I just programmed it. It will open up by the time I get back. 2 seconds later, it opens up. Like, don't go in there without me. Goes in there without him. See the guy later, he's just dead.
Yeah.
Who gunned him down? Because obviously the security was not good.
No, they weren't.
Even
the robot security. And this is true in literally every movie, but I'm still going to yell at it here. The robot shouldn't miss.
Yeah, I was going to say robot accuracy.
Why would the robot ever miss?
Targeting system. Oh, better.
Yeah.
Somebody clean with the wiper blades.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I did really like that one where they like shoot the girl and then she gets in the vehicle and then it's like beep, beep, beep.
Yeah. And they had time. They could have just thrown her out the window.
Yeah. Oh, actually, that was my first thought when I like saw her. It was like,
because we've already established we're the bad guys, and I was sort of expecting Beardy Dude to just be like
100%. Like they've been pieces of shit. Like they're killing children, threatening dogs, like everything. They're in the end they blast the whole village. There's a lot of innocent, nice people there.
Yeah.
And then it's just like she gets in there. It's just like, I'm sorry. Like even if you have emotions and empathy, good of the many. We're all dead if she doesn't go out the chopper.
Yeah.
What's that? What is that? Bomb! What? Bomb! It's on me! No! I'm trying to get out!
Assuming you're not all assholes, that's a brutal decision, but like, in the moment, that's a choice you can make.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be the choice I would make. Or I could be one of the people that are just like, oh, hold on. We have to get this off of you. But if you watch, nobody ever touches it. Yeah. It's like, it's a cheap prop. If we touch it, it's a break.
You can't touch the prop. It's just 3D printed garbage.
Yeah.
No, the props and shit actually did look good in this movie. I don't want to take away from the visuals, because people in charge of that definitely knocked it out of the park. Like you said, it wasn't a huge budget movie, but it looked great. And this was really reminding me of some complaints I've had about other films we've done recently, like your Buck Rogers or...
You had complaints about Buck Rogers, sir?
Like your Buck Rogers or your Flash Gordon, where we're looking at things from that era that are like, look awesome. Like so much work put into the sets and set design and costuming and effects, and then the dialogue and writing is like porn tier, and that never went away. We're still making sci-fi like that.
I don't think the dialogue was porn tier in this. Nor was it delivered by Eastern European accents that made it sound porn tier. But I don't think the dialogue was good in this.
I think there's parallels to be drawn. I will draw those parallels.
I think my biggest problem was like he just kind of changed how he talked. I'm like, this is supposed to be the future. We're just still talking like the same people. And on top of that, it's just like, get in the car, kid. Car's fun. And it's like,
he doesn't know how to deal with kids.
I would just think that he's a mad person and not want to get in the car.
Mm-hmm. I don't think the film was expecting us to think that was a particularly good job.
Yeah.
But...
Come on, little Sam, get in the car. Hey, it'll be fun. Like cartoons, it'll be fun, okay? It's like a game. Hide and seek. I'll drive fast. All right, let's go. It'll be fun. Right? Come on.
So they're looking for the kid and him.
Mm-hmm.
Robot cops know this. Robot cops just open fire on the barn. Kid is inside. Kid is not the bad guy.
Yeah.
They know
Yeah,
this.
they want to recover the kid.
Yeah. But the amount of times that they try to shoot the kid.
Yeah.
With their bad robot aim.
Their bad robot, like even when they were in the car and trying to get through the checkpoint.
Yeah.
Yeah, the plan was just gun it, and people are opening up on this car full of children. And I'm like, even if, like, that was your plan, main character? That was a bad plan.
Okay, it's not only that, but like they get those people to help them after they ditch this really old looking, like, well, it looked better when they got out of the barn, but it looked like a piece of shit truck.
Yeah.
And then it's like, I'm gonna use this to start it up, and it's like high tech inside. I'm like, oh man, I can't wait for that future. High tech piece of shit vehicles.
Yeah.
Seatbelts.
They switch vehicles. They basically take this family hostage, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we got an extra kid here," but like he's hiding down there. Like they're not gonna check stuff like that. Like they check stuff like that on our borders. Did you bring extra cheese over the border?
Yeah.
What about alcohol?
No, there's like X-ray shit going through the borders these days. You can, like I've seen pictures of that, like people trying to sneak through checkpoints, and it's like a truck filled with people, and you can see them in the X-ray.
That's why I don't go to America, because I'd just be too tempted to bring back an extra bottle of rum.
There you go. You meet our buddy who's building fembots now. It seemed like he was only building women.
Hey, he's doing God's work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, there were a few guys here. Yeah, and he has a robot girlfriend. Mm-hmm. Mad respect. And yeah, that's his job now. And yeah, he was the guy from earlier.
No explanation either.
Well,
we don't talk at all about what made him change his mind.
Well, he was the guy in the beginning who got his face kicked because they would give us these flashbacks.
Yeah.
So I guess he just stayed.
Yeah.
And decided to get a job.
Yeah, he gave him the ring that was a tracking device. Yeah. And we're going to talk about that.
Oh, we are going to talk about the tracking device ring.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah. I thought at first like, oh, sentimental, give her a ring because you're married to her. Mm-hmm. And then it's like, oh, there's a tracking device on. Oh, do you still have the one with the tracking device that's already on her? Or do you have the tracker for the one on her ring? Yeah. So she had a ring with a tracker on her.
Yeah.
So they could have tracked her at any time.
Yeah.
All this didn't have to be done.
Yeah.
They want to go get this person.
They already knew. I guess they should have. I don't know. And it's just, the guy's just like, by the way, your wife's an armada. Blah.
Yeah. He gets gunned down later after his girl gets gunned down by the police.
Yeah.
Or, no. The old skip the driver.
Yeah. I like how they actually put ice cream in there.
Yeah, she ordered ice cream. She got this tiny little ice cream, but a bomb right beside it in the bag.
But the ice cream.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was just their millionth customer, and every millionth customer gets a free bomb.
Ice cream is here. Tell me your favorite. Which one do you want? Oh,
That's when you have time to look at it and be like, sorry, ice cream?
Yeah.
Out the window. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was
Again, not particularly concerned about the kid.
No,
what if she came back in and she was just like, hey kid, I got ice cream, catch. What?
Yeah, okay, so like a few seconds earlier, she's like, hey kid, what do you want? And he's just like, freedom for robots?
Yeah.
Where is this coming from? Because, like, honestly, he really hasn't been talking about that. He hasn't got a lot of indoctrination from that.
I think the robot's a she.
Okay, you're right.
Yeah.
And there was this other robot that's like, we will one day stop the war so that we don't have to war. And, like, we don't want to war.
Yeah, that was, like, we got a little bit of that, and we just dropped that the nuclear attack on LA was human error. And yeah. I don't know whether I'm supposed to believe that or not. We just said that and nobody questioned it. The main character did not question that or ask for more information or even give an indication that he particularly believed it.
It was like one of those movies I watched with my friend where there's a lot of weird shit happening and he's wanting me to explain it and I can't because it just happened and I don't know why.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like, yeah, we didn't even do 9/11. You guys 9/11 yourself.
Yeah,
you guys just no reaction.
Yeah, figures.
Maybe whatever.
That's an interesting theory you have there on that.
Yeah. No, they didn't even say that. He didn't even tell him to get off robot Facebook.
Do you think there's a similarity in the message here?
Oh, God. I feel like we just dropped that and nobody cared.
They dropped everything. It's like, does he still have the tracking ring in his pocket?
He did. He was looking at, I swear to God, he was looking at the ring outside of the monastery where they found her body. Yeah. And they kept getting followed by Nomad, and it was never brought up, was that neither side seemed to notice or care that he had the tracking ring.
Doesn't break when it gets wet, because he went in the water a few times.
I mean, that's probably fine.
Some of those locations were really sweet.
Oh yeah, gorgeous.
Like, the giant bridge was a cool spot.
Yeah. In the house.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I was literally like, do I make the house joke again?
The house was beautiful.
I love the house. Even the base and stuff, like, they just had really cool locations for everything, and like, there's giant sets. Like, granted, it's a warehouse that's been converted. It's not a spaceship, at least.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's like, and it was trying. I don't know. Did it have heart, or was it trying to force heart on you? Because it's just like, hey, yeah, I care about you, kid. I love you.
Mm-hmm.
Goodbye.
Mm-hmm.
And then even the kid. Okay, like, where are we now? Are we heading to the end game here, where they've captured the kid?
Sure.
All right. I don't know what else could have possibly happened at that point. We had the bridge scene, and then not too long after they had the kid. So, here's the gun. We've tried to end him humanely, but it won't work. He keeps stopping us. This is the last way that we can think of ending him humanely. Otherwise, it's going to be very painful.
What? That just baffled me.
Yeah.
Like in a movie where many things have just baffled me. We're just waltzed down into the CIA headquarters or whatever, and it's like, yep, we're gonna kill the robot, but we need you to do it because we can't figure out how to, and we care about its feelings for some reason now.
We tried to terminate the weapon cleanly, but she won't let us. She trusts you. So either you help us, or our other methods will be unimaginably painful.
Even if you take it down to like a basic weapon that you're afraid that this thing is going to destroy you, why would you not obliterate it?
Yeah. Like, I believe, if you tried to stick it in the room with like one of those bomb bots, we've established that she can just turn the bomb bot off. But you can shoot it with guns, and I don't see any reason to think that anyone involved in this.
One bullet took the kid down, and that's why they had to go to the monastery.
Yeah, I don't have any reason to think that anyone involved in this should care about the well-being of Alphie.
Yeah.
Why were we in this position in the first place? We just kind of stick our characters there, and we're supposed to be like, yep, that makes sense. That's consistent with the behavior we've seen from this organization.
I was expecting at one point, and they didn't even give it to us, like, they had several opportunities to be like, hey, like, I'm gonna kill the kid because he's the weapon, and then, like, Washington just be like, no! Never actually came into that. There was the one guy in the backseat that could have pointed the gun at the kid. No, he just died.
Yeah.
The only time that he shot him back out was on the bridge. Yeah, that's the only time. But like, that guy was gonna kill him anyways.
Yeah.
That woman was gonna kill him. Come on.
Taylor, get down! No!
Don't do it!
There's no point where it's just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna save the kid's life. So my understanding of this character's motivation was, kid, take me to wife, because and that's the only reason.
Yeah.
He goes in there with the little ray gun, the EMP, and he whispers to the kid, which I didn't really understand what he said,
just
because he played it back
going
later.
to standby, something, because they've been saying off and standby the whole movie.
Yeah.
And then I guess he discharged the EMP somehow that didn't kill her, and I don't know.
Yeah. Then they went exactly where I thought they would go, up to the Halo device.
Yeah. Yeah, we hijacked a plane, which honestly makes sense, given Alphie's power set. Hijacking the plane was fine.
Just had two IDs with them randomly too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, again, it doesn't matter. The only problem with that is that, like, we were kind of shocked that Alphie was just getting us through security, and that should have just been your plan to begin with. She's like, I don't need anything because it's all robots, and you're just going to tell the robots that we belong here.
And it's funny, like, I liked how he touched the robot on the bridge and he touched the robot at the passport place, and I was like, you know what, like, it's almost like he loves robots, because he wants robots to be free, so it's just like, hey buddy, help me out here, and like, I care about you guys, and we're going to be free one day. But we never even really went into that.
Yeah, that was just like, that's the motivation you're supposed to have, and we're not really going to learn about it. But
what we needed was
you
like...
want robots to be free, don't you, kids?
Was the kid being raised by the mother and having some, like,
well, the kid
kindness
wasn't ever raised by the mother. She was designed by mom, and then mom got blued up.
Yeah.
5 years since the night of the attack, when she lost her human child. We hoped she would awaken, but she is stranded.
We don't know anything about, the last 5 years of Alphie.
So they're up on the Halo device, and of course, kid goes into AI research, and he has a little chip of mom's memories.
Yeah.
And he finds an exact copy of mom.
Yeah. And that's the same actress.
Yeah.
Why? Why?
I guess she too decided to allow her face to be scanned so that other people could use it.
What? I thought we were going to do something like she was a robot the whole time. It was a double CIA plant.
Yeah.
But they just had her as a robot for some reason.
Yeah.
I'm, again, at a complete loss as to why that would be there.
Mother? Come on, Chloe, come on. Joshua needs us.
Getting crazy.
She's trying to drag her, which she does a lot of, and then sorry mom ditches her there. I was just like, okay, that's weird, but whatever.
Yeah.
Then goes to dad. Dad fights
Squidbot.
Yeah, Squidbot. Was this a video game? This?
Yeah, it feels like video game.
Yeah. And then he gets stuck on the other side of an escape pod because there's only one escape pod on this.
Yeah.
And he shoves Alphie out or whatever, and then he
they love each other.
Goes to walk through the aggregation fields,
which they just have. We're self-sustaining. I guess
it's
you could have your big military base be self-sustaining.
Back to your point from earlier. Such attention to detail.
Yeah.
We have fields of food growing on our Halo weapon because obviously people live there and do all this stuff there, and it's just but we never touch on any of that.
Yeah.
And the people that are what happened to the passengers? What happened to all the stuff? Did they just blow up and die? Because I didn't see anything by the end of it.
Yeah.
And then he runs into her and he holds her, and I was thinking that the whole time. It's just I guess he's not going to get out of this alive, and kids just going to have to raise themselves, and then he's going to get to hold her one last time, because he brought that up a few times. He's like, I just want to hold her one last time. Be like, you betrayed her. She might not want to hold you.
Yeah.
But I guess those memories might not have been in that chip.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Maybe they didn't quite make it.
It was damaged by the water.
It was from the day before.
Yeah.
Joshua? Maya! Joshua!
I was expecting them again to lean into the awful and really establish that they don't care about these artificial beings. I would have done that scene where they're taking the memory from the dead soldier and putting it into the robot. I would have it just works perfectly fine, and they get the information, and the guy's like, wait, no, this is me. I'm me. You don't need to, because that's just a thing.
Yeah,
it's just a robot.
I mean, the right-hand man of the business leading chick that led the unit, he reminded me so much of Sasha from Elysium or whatever it's called.
I never saw it.
You never saw Elysium?
No.
Oh. It's very much on par with this, but I think better.
Okay. My big comparison to this would have been, I think it was 2001's movie Artificial Intelligence. with like the
Steven
kid.
Spielberg.
Yeah, the Steven
I See Dead
Spielberg
People
one.
kid.
Yeah. That was probably one of the better things I've seen to do with the question of, is robots people?
Well, I mean, it's Spielberg. Come on, he's gonna do a good job.
Yeah, is robots people? Apparently.
Yeah.
But this, it's sort of like we've said before, this had nothing new to say today. This had nothing new to say at all.
Well, I like Gareth Edwards as a director, but I noticed that he produced, wrote, and not all directors should write. Mm-hmm. And if you do, you should have other writers that go over stuff, and I'm sure he did. But I just felt a lot of the dialogue, a lot of the details. Like, this was a long movie. It was 2 hours and 12 minutes, and then if there's like extended version of this that actually explains more stuff, I don't want to see it.
I was much more interested in the world they've created than the story they were choosing to tell within it, which is something that happens a lot for me.
Yeah.
I really want to know more about your world building.
Yeah.
I guess the last thing that bothered me about this movie was the very end, when Nomad's crashing to Earth and everyone's just running towards this unimaginably large fortress that is falling from the sky.
When you're happy and you know it, you just run towards dangerous objects.
Run towards your death. Oh God, I think most of the people we saw in the ending of that movie should have died.
You know what? That was just again a failure in direction of the director not telling the extras where the CGI is going to land.
Well, it is putting the CGI in the rock. Like, visually, I don't think you can do that scene in a way that's safe. Like, you'd have to wait until after it landed. Yeah. But there's literally still balls of fire falling from the sky, man. Like, take cover. Celebrate in an hour.
It's not like they're running up to it to get resources from it. We haven't established that is a need in these other countries. So it's just a celebration of the Ewoks being like, yeah, the Death Star is dead. But they didn't run towards it, though the Death Star would have done a lot of damage to Endor.
Yeah, the Death Star is probably bigger than Endor.
It was the size of a moon, and Endor is also a moon.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts?
I think we've basically come over the movie there. I think we've reiterated our point several times.
Yeah.
It was unimpressive.
Yeah.
It was unimpressive to me. On a like writing and making me think. The subject matter we're tackling here is something that deserves more. We're talking about themes of what is it to be a person, what is life, what is consciousness. These war. These are heavy and important topics.
They threw them all in there, but they didn't develop any of it.
No, they're used more as set dressing than actually engaged with.
That way you can just be like, hey, my movie had a lot of messages in it, but what did any of them mean? Because you didn't follow through on any of them.
Mm-hmm.
Visually good. Yep, definitely a location of a house that I want to find.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And robot girlfriends. I mean, that's the future.
Yep. Yeah, it was all. Jeff was all in the first 5 minutes, and then just.
Beach house robot girl. Oh, what's the story here? I don't care. As always, guys, thanks for watching. See you next time.